Hello, fellow travelers. Under the watchful gaze of crows perched high above, we embark on a journey etched in shadow and ink, and guided only by the trembling needle of a compass that defies reason. Take a deep breath as we unravel the unknown.
Hello fellow travelers, my name's SG and welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk, and this is something a little different, mainly because I haven't seen the finished product, but more than anything else I've seen the backgrounds, if you will, if that makes sense. Much more, I've just seen the setup to it. I've seen the trailers, I've seen the Kickstarter, and I gotta say, I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing so far. Now, there's no surprise here that I'm a Batman fan. If you look at my channel, I talk about Batman a lot, Batman game, comics, Elseworld storylines, and, of course, the Batman Beyond movie that could have been. And it was my pleasure to know that Batman Beyond is still alive and kicking to this day, especially amongst the fan base. And when I came across this Batman Beyond Broken Will short film that's been in the making, and has a Kickstarter as well, I couldn't wait to check it out, because usually people, especially the fans, do have a great idea of what Terry McGinnis would be like later on down the line. And this was no exception. This is a very promising short film that I just can't wait to really get into when it does come out. Now, as I said before, it's on a Kickstarter and it does not have the amount that they need to push forward with the animation and so on and so forth. So this is me trying to promote it in my own special way, talking about the storyline, talking about the characters, and of course talking about design. Now, as I said before, I am a fan. I would be over the moon if I had the chance to write any DC project, whether it be Batman Beyond, Plastic Man, Flash, any of those, because they are up my wheelhouse, and I am 100% fan of these projects, as I said before. So, I will be judging this as a fan, as a person who knows Terry McGinnis' storyline, grew up on it, and of course has read the Batman Beyond comics, has played the games, well, mostly the Arkham games, and is aware of where the different routes the characters have taken. So, with all that being said, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. I'll leave a link to the Kickstarter and, of course, the main YouTube channel for Justin Richburg, so that you can go check it out yourself, see if it's something that you would like to donate to or want to support in some way, shape, or form, like I am right now. So, with all that being said, let's get started, shall we? Now, our director and animator is Justin Richburg, alongside Michael Jermaine Daughtry as writer and creative director as well, have put together an interesting story. And in this story we have Terry McGinnis, after the death of one Bruce Wayne, having experienced a certain case where a certain mind-controlling eco-terrorist is taking over the world, or at least Gotham, and is seeking her revenge. But is that really what's happening in this main story? Now, as far as we know, that's where we're going with the overall 30-minute long clip, or should I say trailer, and of course with the Kickstarter video as well. Now, we do know that because it's a Batman Beyond story, Poison Ivy will most likely be in it. But is she really going to be the main antagonist? I don't think so. I think she's going to be a main player in this. I think that Terry's going to have a hard time. And if there's one that's really going to be battling the inner demons of one character that has, in the same way, affected Batman with stronger poisons than anything Terry McGinnis has had in recent years, it would be Poison Ivy or Scarecrow, and I do like this being Poison Ivy more than anything else. Not to say that Spellbinder or any of the Batman Beyond legacy characters aren't good enough, just saying that it adds another layer when Bruce Wayne himself has recently passed and that an old villain has suddenly come into power again. That just adds a new element and just says that any other of the original Batman villains could make an appearance in this. And it does add a layer that does kind of give Terry McGinnis a kind of pause, mainly because he's still reeling from the death himself and is still struggling with his own kind of what is my purpose in this world. Could he have done more to help Bruce? And you can hear that from the dialogue said at trailer number 2. So with so much yet to be seen, we will have to just sit and wait as we see what happens next in the storyline. With what has been given us into animation, I will say, it does look top notch. There's no doubt in my mind that the animation in this will be over the top, in an anime style, which really does fit Terry McGinnis' whole kind of aesthetic, especially if we go back to the Batman Beyond cartoon, and if they could have, they definitely would have used an anime styling. But with Julian Clove being the animator, really gives his all into this animation, into the color scheme, and into the movements and dynamics of this version of Terry McGinnis, giving him a mix of Batman Beyond and Iron Man vibes with a little bit of its own flair and taste to it. I really am into it, I do love it, and you can tell that how much of the inspiration comes from the original 3 captions we saw earlier last year with the rejected Batman Beyond movie that was supposed to be out, but was denied in turn for Into the Spider-Verse. Another thing that I do really like about this animation is that they're taking a different route with the Batsuit itself. When we see the Batman Beyond suit in the animation, we do know that it has been upgraded a lot since the animated series of the Batman, going for a more full black style mechanical suit, and here we can tell that they definitely took inspiration from a mix of Iron Man animations, but also from anime. You definitely tell it seems more like a mech suit at the end of the day. And to be completely honest, it does kind of make sense. In fact, if I did put this in the realm of the original series, it would have pretty much ended like this. Plus, I do see a lot of different, I guess you could call it variations of many different versions of the Batman Beyond suit from the comics and even the Injustice video game as well, especially Injustice 2, where we do see a similar pattern. But for the most part, I do gotta say, it looks very sleek, it looks very detailed, and then I can't wait to see what all it can do besides just gliding and maybe even some sonar resonance or recordings as well. So, moving on to our next step. Now, with all that being said, there are still many unanswered questions that have been left for us to answer in the trailer and in the Kickstarter video, such as who's the classic Justice League member that has fallen in the hands of this new villain? Is it Pamela Isley that we know that is this eco-terrorist overall, or is it a brand new character, either original or in Terry McGinnis' new Neo Gotham, that is currently terrorizing the citizens? But we will find all this out when the original project is released. Now, this still has a long way to go before it has been fully funded, but they're not asking for much. They are only asking for $15,000, and we are still short several thousand. So, if you will be so kind as to donate to their fund so that we can finally see this short be released in its full glory, or at least show some support in ways such as I am right now, that will come in later on to help overall and spread the word about this project. I do have a lot of good feelings from this project. I do think that it has a lot of promise and do think that it can be expanded on later in the future. Hence why I'm really covering it overall. The animation looks good. I do like the choices in the suit that they depict, showing that it has evolved a lot since we saw the original Batman Beyond cartoons, and has even taken its own direction, showing that Terry McGinnis is still reeling from the death of Bruce Wayne, but that he himself is dealing with his own background and seeing how he can deal in the world without Bruce Wayne in his ear or kind of guiding him in the background. So there is a lot of promise in this, not just writing, but animation style, in a direction, and of course in sounds. We do have a lot of people who are coming in as voice actors, but I cannot make a small clip for them, mainly because we haven't heard them mostly at all. So when that does come out, I will be here to make a video and to show my support in a way I can, such as I am now. So, with that being said, thanks again so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. It lets me know that you like this content. If you know a Kickstarter video or a project that might be interesting, please leave it down in the comment section. I'd love to see it. I'd love to hear it. Can't wait for more stuff that will be out in the future by independents or even just obscure content later on. I'm hoping for a Plastic Man one myself, so with that being said, please go support the original creators. I'll leave a link to their YouTube channel and their Kickstarter in the description and of course in the comment section. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. Have a great one and see you later.